Hey guys, what's up? How ya doing? I'm here to talk to you guys about Demon Slayer's Kimetsu no Yaiba Mugen Train Arc, which is on episode 4, or Kimetsu no Yaiba Mugen Ressha-hen TV version, on episode 4, if anything. Anyways, this episode right here was actually pretty cool, not too bad. There were a couple scenes extended or something. If you guys watch the movie, you'll get the idea. Those who haven't, etc. Well, let's go. We have to it that the difference is like after Tanjiro gets a visit from his father, he ends up having to commit the act of like taking one's own life in order to like wake up in a dream. But we have to it that the boy who was connected to Tanjiro actually had a change of heart when the little ones ends up showing the guy who was trying to go out to the spirit court escorted him to it. But eventually, after Tanjiro wakes up, the guy ends up falling down, But one little spirit comes out and ends up reaching for his hand to help him out. And there's an opening that happens here and there, and then there's some scenes with like Inosuke's dream where that girl's trying to look for a spirit core, and then Inosuke chases her down. Zenitsu gets interrupted by some boys freaking like antics to try to destroy his spirit core and gets cut up by him and possibly like chopped into pieces, funny stuff. And Tanjiro eventually wakes up and later on realizes what's going on. Therefore, Tanjiro, after analyzing and looking at the situation, asks Nezuko to burn off the ropes. Eventually, he gets attacked by like 3 people who's trying to kill him, telling him not to get in the way because they're trying to enjoy their own dreamy life whatsoever. But, Tanjiro seems to understand the situation, but eventually knocks all 3 of them out, with the exception of the 4th one who has tuberculosis and is about to die, that kind of thing. And as the episode continues on in its own way here and there, we have to it that Tanjiro later on ends up following the demon's scent and ends up clashing against him, But unfortunately, he gets really interrupted by a bunch of like sleeping spells by the demon arts whatsoever. But at the same time, we get to know about this demon's personality. He seems to enjoy after almost killing them. He gives them a nightmare to a point where they get etc. Seeing the despair and no kind of hope on their faces makes it very sickening. Whatever the case is, this really enrages Tanjiro or what this demon is doing, and ends up having to try to kill him, using his water breathing techniques. But there was one scene that got me really hard to watch, and that is the freaking nightmare where Tanjiro's family die and they ask him, why didn't you save us? Why didn't you die instead? How come you're the one that survived? And Tanjiro gets enraged by this, multiple times and gets into a freaking angry frenzy and ends up cutting the demon's head. But unfortunately for Tanjiro, that's not his real body no more. We get to know that this demon, who apparently is this demon is infused himself in the Mugen train already, and ends up having to get ready to eat up to 200 hostages. And we had to it that Tanjiro asked Inosuke someone to wake up, because the demons are trained, Eventually, thanks to Nezuko's help here and there, Inosuke wakes up and cuts down a bunch of freaking demon flesh whatsoever. Preview next episode is freaking called Move Forward, and the episode ends off there. So yeah. Overall, without not too much detail here and there, without not much of a difference here and there, we get an explanation of how this demon's blood art works, or demon spell, whatever jutsu he's doing. And as for as for the scene in Tanjiro's spirit core realm, that thing was a little extended a bit here and there, but nothing much has changed, though it was pretty cool here. It was pretty cool. But overall, without a lot of detail and confusion, forgive me on that, Tanjiro wakes up from his dream, analyzes the situation, and realizes that the demon is responsible for the many incidents disappearing, and then gets really enraged at what the demon is really doing, and has some trouble against him, but eventually cuts off his head. Eventually, that demon's body that Tanjiro cuts his head off is not his main body anymore. Instead, it's actually the entire train, that kind of thing. And then Tanjiro yells Rengoku Zenitsu Inosuke to wake up, and then of course, thanks to Nezuko's help, Inosuke wakes up and cuts down a lot of demon flesh, and the episode ends up there. So, yeah, that's about it, people. I'll see you guys later. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-ta-da!